I can't hear. You're muted.
Yeah, I just muted it. I'm still talking. I think the volume's turned down or something. Oh, you know why? I think it's because the cord I use goes to the microphone, so you probably don't hear very well.
I can't hear you at all.
It's fine. You're good to go. You're okay.
Okay. I think we're good. Okay, ladies. Yeah, so this will record. You can watch live or you can watch after on demand. That would be a good way too to see if you like the other classes, is you can kind of check them out on the on-demand platform. And then if you like them, you know, come in person. It's a little less intimidating to just watch it first at home. So, okay. We're actually going to get started sitting down. So what I like to do is have my block, and I usually sit on it. So I put it whatever height is comfortable. You can be on your knees or cross-legged. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, whichever is easiest. Or you can just have your legs extended long out in front of you. But this kind of helps prop up your hips a little bit. So like when we're sitting normally, we kind of hunch over, and this will help you sit up really tall. Yeah, that too. Okay, so we're going to start here. I'm actually going to share a little story first, but I'll start some music for us. So today we're going to work through our warrior series. So you might be familiar with this, warrior 1, 2, and 3. So these are just really core poses that we do in yoga. You'll find them in almost every class that we do. So I wanted to share a little bit about the poses first. So in yoga, I guess you call it mythology or history, there's this story of Shiva, and Shiva marries the king's daughter. The king did not like Shiva, so kind of ousted them or turned them away, shunned them from the community. The king held a party one night, didn't invite Shiva and his wife, his daughter, and they were very upset. So the king's daughter goes in to confront her father, and they get in an argument, and she gets very upset, and apparently she bursts into flames because she's so upset and so distraught over the situation, and she dies. So Shiva, her husband, comes in, and he's, of course, very angry. He cuts off a piece of his hair, and he throws it on the ground, and when he throws his hair on the ground, the hair turns into a warrior. And the warrior takes revenge on the king. So the warrior cuts off the king's head and destroys the party and takes revenge on everyone at the party. Shiva is instantly remorsed and feels terrible for what he's done and tries to make up for this monster that he created. So he takes the head of a goat, and he places it on the king's body and brings the king back to life. I know that sounds really crazy. This is mythology we're talking about, right? But the king is so grateful and proud of Shiva for recognizing that what he did was wrong, and bows to Shiva, thanking him in gratitude. So as we move through the poses, I'll kind of explain how each pose is represented in that story. So it's just kind of interesting to know like the background of yoga and where we actually get these poses from. It's like who created that and why. Of course, there are the physical benefits of yoga, but I think it's just really interesting to know kind of the background too. So that's the story of Shiva and the warriors. So we're going to start our practice just by closing our eyes down for a few minutes. So part of yoga is also taking notice of the body, of the breath, and finding time to center yourself. Just focus on everything not in this space. So leaving everything else going on outside of these four corners of your mat. And so maybe take a deep inhale through the nose. And then we're going to open our mouth and exhale all the air out. Do two more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more big inhale, fill up all the way to the top. Exhale out the mouth. And then you continue breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'll explain our Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi is victorious breath. This is the breath that we link to movement. So every pose has an inhale. Every pose has an exhale. So to move through this breath, we breathe in through the nose. As you exhale out the mouth, we're going to make that ha sound, H-A, and seal the lips halfway. So let's try that together. Inhale through the nose. H-A, ha. Exhale. As you ha, like you're fogging up a mirror, you can hear that noise in the back of your throat. That's the sound we want to create as we breathe. So two more. Inhale through the nose. H-A. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. We continue like that. Next step is to just keep the lips sealed. Create that same ha sound, but you're not opening the mouth. It goes like this. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out. From here, we can flutter the eyelids open if they're still closed. And let's sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Bring the palms to touch overhead. And exhale, draw the hands down to the center of your heart. Take one breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Last one. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, from here, we'll bring the hands behind us and interlace the palms. So as much as you can, try to draw the palms together. And then squeeze the shoulder blades, press the heart forward. You want to do this first before straightening the arms out. So we tend to lock the arms, and this hurts our joints. You don't even need to straighten the arms all the way out. It's more about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Maybe gaze upward. Starting to stretch the shoulders, opening the front side of the body. Let's take one breath here. Exhale. All right, release your grip here. We're going to rinse that out. Sweep the arms up to the sky again, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. All right, this time as you sweep the arms up, we're going to grab the left wrist with the right hand. Inhales, lengthen really tall. And then exhale, lean over to the right side. Yeah, so opposite me. Good. Just take an inhale, lean a little deeper, exhale. Inhale, come back up through center. Let's switch sides. Grab onto the right wrist. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, lean over to the left. You can pull gently on the wrist here. Feel this all through the right side. And then inhale, let's come back up through center, palms touch again. Exhale, hands down to the heart. All right, from here we can move our blocks off to the side for just a moment. And we're gonna come into our first pose, and this is called tabletop. So it's just on your hands and knees here. You want to make sure the shoulders are right over the wrists and then that the knees are right under the hips. And then your spine should be long. Think about maybe balancing a book or pencil on the back. And then from here we take two poses called cow and cat pose. So for cow pose, we inhale and we drop the belly towards the earth and look up towards the sky. So sending the chest kind of through both arms there. And then on your exhale, reverse this for cat pose. Tuck the chin under, round the spine, and press all the way into the earth. So stretching out the shoulders here. Let's do two more. Inhale, let the belly fall. Gaze up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, look up. Exhale, tuck and round. Good. Inhale, come through center. And we're going to twist a little bit through the spine. So keep the left hand down and bring the right arm to the sky and spin the chest towards the right side of your mat. From here, you're going to send the right arm all the way through underneath the left and draw the right shoulder down to the mat. If you can't come all the way down to the mat, that's also fine as long as you're getting that twist here. Breathe for two. Left hand, send that right arm back up to the sky. Reach up. Exhale, the right hand comes back down to your tabletop. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, left arm comes to the sky. Turn towards your left. Then exhale, left arm comes underneath the right. If it's available, left shoulder all the way down to the mat. Cheek down. Good. On your next breath, inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky. And then left hand comes back to meet the right. All right, our next pose is downward dog. So this is probably your hardest pose today. We're not going to be here very long. I just want to show it to you because it's a very transitional pose. Again, you're going to no doubt find this in every yoga class. So start by tucking the toes under. And then you're going to lift the knees and lift the hips all the way up to the sky. And you're going to try to make this triangle pose with your body. And you can keep the knees bent as much as you need to. That'll probably help your lower back. It's more about getting those hips high than making the legs straight or pressing the heels towards the mat. If all that happens, great. But really just focusing on lengthening the spine here. And then spread the palms wide. This will help you take the weight out of the wrists. So a lot of people, I think, don't like this pose because you're putting pressure on the wrists here. When you spread the fingertips, you can focus on sending the weight to the top of the palm, so right where the palm and the fingers connect on your knuckle joints. And it'll help keep that pressure off the wrist. Good. I just want you to feel how this is. We'll only be here a few times today and only for 1 or 2 breaths, so no worries. All right, and then from here, we're gonna walk the hands all the way back to meet the feet. Forward fold. And then slowly inhale. You're gonna rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. Rounding the spine as you come up. You'll eventually come all the way to standing. Good. All right. So our next pose, was that so bad? I don't like your head down. Yeah, got it. No problem. So coming to our next pose is called mountain pose. Feet are hips width distance apart. You're just going to stand up tall. Find your center of gravity, palms face outward. So this is really our first balancing pose. So even when we're standing, we're finding balance in the body. Maybe you shift the weight around just to kind of see what happens when I move forward. For example, you want to fall. When you move backward, maybe you feel a little more stability. And then just a reminder, any of these poses, so your yoga teacher is just a guide. The great thing about yoga is you could come into class and you could take the whole class in child's pose and no one would really care. It's just about being present in your body and kind of being attuned to what's going on. So do what works for you. I'm just your guide today. Okay. So we're going to move through some sun salutations. We'll do the same thing we did sitting, but we'll add on a little bit. So from here, inhale, sweep the arms all the way to the sky. Palms touch overhead. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Here comes the rain. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And from here, we're going to fold all the way forward. So as you fold down, try to keep the spine long. You can bend the knees so that you can do this. The fingertips may or may not touch the ground. That's okay. You can keep the knees bent. And then from here, just lift up halfway. So your palms are coming to your shins and the spine stays long. Good. Exhale. We're going to fold down again a little deeper, maybe bend the knees. And then we're going to rise all the way up. So you can do that slow rise, or you can sweep the arms up to the sky in a big circle. Your choice. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, just hinging at the hips. Hands come to the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, bring the palms to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Last time to rise all the way up. Sweep the arms to the sky. And hands come to heart center. Good. Those are sun salutations. Another kind of pose we do to warm up the body. You'll see these a lot in the beginning of your yoga classes. Okay. So we're gonna get right into it. Warrior series. These are so fun. Okay, I'm gonna turn to face you guys. So maybe step to the top of your mat. Okay, so from here, you're gonna keep the right grounded down. So maybe you start to shift there. And you're gonna step the left foot to the back of the mat. And you're gonna point the left toe towards the top. So your foot's at this 45-degree angle here. And then you're gonna bend the right knee. So this can be as short or as deep as you want it to be. Just work with your body. But what I really want you to focus on is bringing this left hip forward. So your hips are facing this way. There's this tendency to kind of spin this left hip out towards the left. So what I see a lot is I think people feel like they need to have their heels aligned. You can bring this right foot out to the right edge if that helps you find that squaring off of the hips there. Good, those look great. Maybe turn this left toe. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so these are your legs. And then you just bring the arms to the sky. So this is warrior one. So this is so the monster that Shiva created, the warrior, when he tore his hair off. This is the monster rising from the ground and kind of announcing his presence, getting ready to attack. So this is warrior one. All right. From here, we're going to move to our warrior two. Your hands down for this transition, that's fine. We'll get together in the end. Keep this left or right knee bent. And then your left foot becomes parallel to the back of your mat. Now for this pose, you do want the heel of your front foot and the arch of your back foot on the same plane here. People at home got that. Great. So again, as deep of a bend as you want in this right knee, the only thing you need to look for is you don't want to bend past your ankle. This just puts a lot of pressure on the knee joint. So either step forward so that the ankle is either on top of or behind. I mean, the knee is either on top of or behind the ankle. Yeah. So this is what causes knee problems. This is much more nice. Yeah, okay. All right, so this time the hips are gonna face the left side of your mat. So we went from kind of this closed stance to this open stance. And then once you have the legs down, your arms just come straight out to the sides, right in line with your shoulders. Shoulders come down from the ears. Make sure you're not hunching the back. Good. All right. It's okay. You can barely hear it. All right, so warrior two. So this is our warrior, and he has his sword in his hand, and he's getting ready to cut off the king's head. Yeah, so you can imagine you're like sword fighting here. Yep. He's like preparing. Okay, warrior two. All right, from here, I want to give this right leg a break. So we're going to straighten the right leg. We're just going to bring the palms up to the sky. Good. And then we're going to come back to our warrior two. Okay, to transition to warrior three, actually, I'm going to skip the transition so you guys can learn it first. Let's just step to back to the top of our mat. Okay, I don't want to go too fast. Yeah, don't overkill. Okay, okay, so warrior three is a balancing pose. If you need, especially if you're at home, I guess you can hold on to the heaters if you want here. But if you ever need to just tap the back foot down or come in and out of it, that's fine. Again, there's no expectation in yoga. The cues that you are given are to protect your body. There's not really a right or wrong other than making sure you're not putting yourself in a painful position. So, no judgment. Sometimes my balance is just as off. So we're going to stand here and then maybe just tap the left foot to the back of the mat to start. What helps me is bringing my heart to center. It just kind of helps me find my center of balance. So I'll show you some different arm variations. And then start to put the weight in the right leg. Just take a gentle bend in the knee. And you're going to lift the left leg up. Keep the toes pointed down. And just tilt the body forward, the upper body forward. So again, if you want to keep, right? If you want to use, do you want me to move the heater closer to you? Or grab a chair? Yep, so you can do that. You can, as long as the upper body is kind of leaning forward and if you have the left foot back, it's just tapping the mat. So you're really still balancing. You're not putting weight on that left foot, but it's back there to help you. So lifting this left leg. Okay, I'm going to come out of this. Yep. So I'm going to show you the arm variations. You guys, you can pick what you want. Hands at heart center. You can sweep the hands behind you. So it's some classes you'll hear this called airplane pose. The traditional pose is arms forward, but this is the most challenging. I'll tell you that right now. And this is our warrior launching forward to actually attack. Yeah, so you can see the different variations. Yeah, this one's definitely the hardest. It's a lot of work on your shoulders too, because really your arms should be up by your ears here. But something to work towards, right? So the cool part about yoga is you can start really small, and you can go forever and never be an expert yogi. What else do I want to say about this pose? So another thing to watch out here is this hip again. So we went from the squared off hips, the open hips, and now we're back to the squared off hips. So when you come forward, your entire body, including the hips, should be parallel to the ground. So this left hip's going to come down, probably a little more than you think. It might feel a little bit awkward, but you don't want the hip. No, we're not going to twist. I'm saying don't. I'm saying don't do this. Yeah. So don't twist. That is actually a different pose, but we're not going to do that. So don't twist open. You just want to be facing towards the ground. Okay. Don't do as I do. Okay. All right. So that's warrior 1, 2, and 3. Let's do it on the other leg just to even out, and then we'll add in some transitions. Cool. Okay. So we're going to start at the top of the mat. And then left foot stays at the top. Let's step the right foot back. 45-degree angle right foot. Point back. Top right. There you go. You made a new pose today. All right, so pull that right hip forward, this left hip's coming back. I like to have my weight in the front heel and then the back pinky edge of my foot. So you're feeling this really strong in both feet. And to the sky. Warrior 1. Okay, warrior 2. Left foot stays. Step the right foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat. Rebend that left knee if you need to, and then bring the arms out wide. Good. Beautiful, guys. All right, let's give this left knee a break. Straighten the left knee. Bring the palms up overhead. This isn't really called anything, but it just helps. Come back to warrior two. Okay, and then let's step back to the top of our mat. We'll do our warrior three on this side. So you might find your balance is completely different on the other side. This side's usually a little more difficult. For me, it's kind of handed. But tap the right toe to the back of the mat. I'm on my left leg. Yeah. Okay. So choose where you want your hands to be. Tilt the body forward and maybe float that right leg. It helps if you flex the back foot a little bit. It gives you a little bit more strength in the back leg rather than just having it kind of dangling there like a dead animal. You want to keep it really strong. So it's like you're flexing the leg, squeezing your glutes a little bit, even in your core. Your core works in every pose. All right, whenever you're ready, you can move out of it. All right, we're even. You want it straight, but you don't want to lock it out. Yeah, so maybe just like a gentle, but yeah, if you're locking it out, it's just gonna really hurt the knee joint. I mean, you would probably be able to tell. Yeah, I would keep a little bend to it, like very, very slight. If you're taking a deep bend, you're doing a squat. You're more than welcome to do that, but not sure you want to put that much effort in. Okay, so let me show you real quick what we're going to do. We're going to step to warrior one, warrior two. We're going to rise, bring those palms up, come back to warrior two. We're going to sweep the right arm forward and step back to our warrior one again. And then from here, since the leg's already back, you're just going to float it up to your warrior three. And then we're going to come back to the top of the mat. We're going to do sun salutation. Pull down, come up, and we'll do the other side. Okay, you guys got it. Okay. Okay, top of the mat. We're going to start on the right leg. All right, so from here, inhale, step the left foot back. Exhale to stay. Inhale, bring arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. So adjust your stance, back foot parallel. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Bring the palms to touch overhead. Exhale, find your warrior two. Rebend that right knee. Inhale, sweep the left arm forward and step back to your warrior one. Good. Take an exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior three. Left leg floats. Upper body comes forward. Give me one more inhale. Nice. Exhale, left foot meets the right, top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise halfway, palms to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Palms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, take an inhale, and we'll do the other side. So your left foot stays forward. Exhale, right foot steps back, warrior one. Inhale, arms come up. Nice. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left leg straightens, palms touch overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Rebend that left leg. Inhale, the right arm forward. Step back to your warrior one. Arms stay up. Good. And then exhale, warrior three. I'm going to try this variation. I don't know why. Float that right leg. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Let's rinse it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. That's it. I'm going to add one more thing, and then we'll do it again. So, last part of the story. Shiva came in, felt remorse for what he'd done, and brings the king back to life. And the king bows forward and is grateful. So this is a little bit more advanced. If it's too much, you can just skip it when we do it. From your warrior one, with your arms to the sky, bring your hands and interlace your fingers behind your back. So this is what we did seated at the beginning of class. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then you're going to bow forward inside of this right thigh. Keeping that bind in your hand. Maybe the arms come up overhead. Again, that's kind of your next place you want to be. You let the head fall to the mat, and then you slowly rise back up. Rise slowly, so when we're going up and down, the blood can rush to your head, so just be careful coming up. Other option for anyone here or at home, if this feels like it's too much, you can take opposite elbows behind your back here, or maybe even opposite wrists. It's just going to depend on how open you're feeling in your upper body. So, okay, want to add that on both sides? Okay. All right. Start at the top of our mat here. All right. Right foot stays down. We'll step the left foot back. Warrior one. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Good. Exhale, behind the back. Interlace the fingers or opposite elbows. Take a breath in. And then exhale, bow forward. This is called humble warrior. Good. Inhale, slowly rise all the way back up. Release your grip, bring the arms back to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Back foot comes parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale, right leg straightens, palms come up overhead to touch. Exhale, warrior two, rebend. Inhale, left arm sweeps forward. Come back to your warrior one. And then exhale, warrior three. Left leg floats, chest comes forward. Try to give it one full breath. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets the right. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, step that right foot back this time. Left foot stays forward. Exhale to stay. Rise up, arms reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace the fingers. Take a breath in, long spine. Exhale, fold forward, warrior, humble warrior. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Reach the arms to the sky. Warrior two, exhale. Beautiful. Left leg straightens, palms come up overhead. Exhale, warrior two, rebend. Right arm sweeps forward, back to our warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Right leg floats up. Give it one breath in. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Okay, this time we're gonna stay here, plant the hands, and one more downward dog. So just step back, the left foot back, right foot back, and send those hips to the sky. Breath in, breath out. Okay, and then go ahead and drop the knees to the mat. We're gonna come into child's pose. So child's pose, couple options. Knees can be wide, kind of making this triangle between your legs. If your knees hurt in this pose, I would bring the knees together, and that'll also help take the pressure off your lower back. So either knees wider together, and you're just gonna walk the hands forward and bring the chest down and the forehead down. So your hips might come to your heels, your hips might be lifted. Either one is okay. Just, again, gonna depend on your flexibility here. This is our resting pose. So in any class you're in, you can always come to child's pose. Those classes don't call breaks. But this is always available to you. Eventually, yeah. But it's not necessarily wrong if your hips are up. Yeah, that's totally fine. Just you bring the hips down as far as feels good without hurting your knees or your back. All right, take one more breath here. Okay, and then start to walk the hands back. We're gonna come back, sit on our heels, and roll over onto our seat. Send the legs forward. We'll stretch the legs out a little bit. They've been doing a lot of work today. All right, so feet forward. We're gonna do a forward fold. You can keep the knees bent if you would like. But sit up as tall as you can. Bring the arms to the sky to start. Big inhale. And then exhale. Fold over the legs. Think about keeping the spine really straight. The goal isn't really to get the nose all the way to the knees. It's about lengthening. Take a few breaths. All right, inhale, come back up, lift the chest. Keep the left leg long, and then cross the right foot over the left leg. Place the sole of the right foot outside of the left knee. Perfect, okay. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale, left arm comes to the sky. And then exhale, twist to the right. So you can press, if you want, the left arm into the knee to help you get a little leverage to twist a little deeper here. Muscle twist the belly. It'll help with this right hip here. All right, come back through center, and we'll switch sides. Right leg forward, left foot over the right leg. Left hand behind you, right arm to the sky. Reach tall, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. All right, and now come back to center. And then from here, we're gonna bend both knees. And you're gonna bring the arms forward and slowly roll down onto your backs. Or just plop. I doesn't really matter to me. No crunches. Okay, we're actually gonna take our last pose. So in yoga, we end class. Nope, you can stay there. I'm just gonna talk to you. In yoga, we end class in a pose called Shavasana. So Shavasana is literally translates to corpse pose. It's just laying on the ground, everything flat. You're welcome to bring the arms out by the side. But you just find some stillness. After moving your body, finding gratitude or whatever feeling kind of solidifies your practice for you. Take about a minute here. All right, and then we move out of this pose slowly. You start to move the toes, the fingers. And then maybe take one full body stretch, bringing the arms overhead for the last time, pointing the toes. Take a big inhale. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Rock it right, rock it left. And then however you want to come up, maybe roll up, roll to the side, and press yourself up. But we end class back in seated posture. All right, shut the eyes back down. And we close with the breath, just as we began with the breath. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And then we bow forward. We say namaste, means the light in me sees the light in you. Right. Thank you guys. Great job. All right. Bye, friends.